This week is Detective Week, and it is the case of the cafe poisoning where a cup of coffee has been poisoned. Stage 1 has the joke, the number, the cafe poisoning sign and other posters to put up, and this is the as you enter activity which the children can do to begin with. Let's have a look at the Key Stage 2. The Key Stage 2 has the same number but a different joke, and it has the cafe poisoning sign. It has posters on cube numbers, prime numbers, square numbers. There is also a times table poster and a Fibonacci poster. And the as they enter activity are to do with guess your number. Before the children enter, if you can, set up the crime scene. So by number 1, you put the poison bottle. By number 2, you put the coffee sachet. You keep out of sight the extra clues and the answer and the chocolate coin prizes. On each table or on the floor, put out all the numbered clues. They are green, orange, and they are red. Green is obviously easier, orange is medium, and then red is harder. There are 12 clues in total, and if you spread them out around the room with post-it notes and with pencils, that is all mentioned on the plan. Plus, for Key Stage 1, you'll need the Lego as well, plus the extra activities if anybody has finished or finds it too difficult or challenging or too easy for some of it. The Key Stage 2 is fairly similar as well, where you've got 12 suspects and you've got some activities if they have finished also. After you have taken the register and you have gone through the joke and the number, you need to go through some of the language that we're going to be using for this week. It is all on the plan. In particular, the word digit. For Key Stage 1, odd and even. For Key Stage 2, prime, cube, square numbers. But there are lots of resources up there to help them. Then you're going to set the scene and say that a news reporter's just in. It's all on the plan. So the script is there that you need to say. You can read it if you want to, or you can learn it and then reenact it. News report just in. People have been poisoned in a cafe and clues have been left behind for the real thief. You, the children, have to solve the clues to find out who committed this crime. Here is the crime scene, and that's when you show those, the poison bottle and the coffee. There are 12 suspects that you're going to work out their names, and at the end we'll look closer at the clues to see who is the criminal. Some clues are easier, so you explain to the children the green clues are easier and the red are harder, and to use lots of the resources around them as well. At the end, the numbers will be revealed. Now, behind each suspect is an envelope, and in that envelope is the answer to the clue. At the very end, you then can bring on the final clues, which will reveal the Key Stage 1 number suspect, number 10, being the criminal who poisoned the cafe, and for Key Stage 2 it will be the number 75. And then you can go to the answer envelope, pull out the answer, Key Stage 1 or Key Stage 2, and everybody can have a chocolate coin. Also on the plan, it suggests that you go through an example. So, for example, number 5 I've just taken on both of them. You go through with them the clues. Some of the clues on here are easier than others. Key Stage 1, you demonstrate how you would use the bricks. So, for example, it says, I'm half of 24, so you could say, I've got 24 bricks. How would I find half of those? And hopefully somebody would say we'd need to split them into 2 groups. And then at the end, you see how I'm demonstrating, split them into 2 groups. So if you have an assistant, then you could do this, or get a child up to demonstrate this, and then at the end, hopefully they will decide that they will find out there are 12 bricks in a group, and they will check the other clues to make sure the answer is 12 as well. Then they get a post-it note and they write the answer of 12 on the post-it note, and they stick it onto that number there. Now obviously we need to say to the children that even if you see a number on there, don't just copy the number, you need to work out the clues, and try and encourage the children to have a go at as many different ones as they can. At the end, about 10 minutes before the end, you need to then go through each number and have a look at all the post-it notes on the number and then reveal if they were correct. Then you can bring out the last set of clues, and hopefully they'll work out who the suspect is that committed the poisoning, and reveal it in the answer and give them a chocolate coin. Then you can reward somebody with a special pencil and the mascot for doing really good detective